Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. Hard Miles, just saw the movie. Matthew Modine, Sean Astin. Matthew Modine is pretty much the centerpiece. Should you go see it? Should you go not? I would give this a mild recommendation. I enjoyed it. I mean, you know, it's a sports movie. It's dare I say, a white savior movie, but hey, you know, it's Dangerous Minds meets Breaking Away. If you ever saw that one, Breaking Away, classic film. Dennis Quaid and others, Daniel Stern. This one, a bunch of guys I don't know, but Matthew Modine plays this kind of teacher guy at a prison, and he teaches these, as they say in the film, hoods into the woods, bicycling adventure to the Grand Canyon. So go see it if you want a nice drama. Now let's get into the spoilers. So one thing I liked about this movie, I only started watching the Office TV show a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago during the pandemic. I know I missed the boat. I missed the whole 2005s. I would see the memes, I would see the GIFs, and I wouldn't know what the hell was going on. I would see John, the tall guy, pointing to things, and this is this and this is that, and I wouldn't quite get the jokes or the humor. And then during our friend the pandemic, I caught on to what all the fuss was about with the fucking Office show, and now I thoroughly enjoy it. And in fact, I have a hard time. I've tried to watch the original UK Office a few times, and I can't stand it because I don't like seeing my wonderful friends, these characters portrayed by these British people. No offense to the British. And yes, I know they came first, but I don't like it. I'm trying to turn the fucking windows up. So anyway, this movie, Hard Miles, it's got some cliches. I mean, like I said, you've got the white savior thing. Yes, it's a true story, blah, blah, blah. You've got the sports coming together, the bad boys, the fucking kids that are sent to juvie or whatever you want to call it, have to come together, have to overcome their differences through the love of bicycling, through the love of freedom. They have this opportunity to take this bicycle trip. These bikes they've made themselves. Their coach, I believe the guy's name in real life was Greg Townsend. He has to overcome his own demons of being an abused child from his asshole father who's now on his deathbed. So he has to forgive. And we have the lovely Latina lady who's kind of like I don't know if she's the course manager or the assistant, whatever her actual title is. But she has to keep Greg in line so he doesn't overstress these kids. And then you've got the motley bunch of 4 young men. You've got, the white kid, the black kid, the Latino guys. And they all have to learn to overcome their differences and come together as a team and so forth. So, it is what it is. It's you've seen these elements in other films. However, I always say, if the true story is somewhat like other true stories or even fictional stories, you don't just change the story just so it's unique and different than other things, right? So, at least I don't think so. So yes, you have a little bit of that, remembering the Titans coming together, overcoming shit, overcoming differences, overcoming barriers, machismo, the young testosterone-filled men who have to get along with each other and not kill each other. And everyone's on eggshells around these young kids because they're from the wrong side of the tracks and have made mistakes. So we've heard all this crap. We've dealt with all this crap before. But some of the stuff, for instance, the coach's flashbacks to his childhood where he's getting abused as a small child from his asshole father, that was a little unique, how that was handled. I was waiting for the romantic, liaison between Coach Greg and the manager lady, even though there was maybe a 15 or 20 year age gap. That doesn't stop these films from going there with romance. I thought they might kiss or have a little moment. They never did. That seems to be a new thing with these movies. Like, back in my day, if there was ever a chance for a romantic moment between like the male central character and whatever female character happened to be in the movie, the films always seem to squeeze the romance out of it. Now it's kind of like they shy away. You know, they shy away from the love, the romance. That's fine. So anyway, whatever the fuck. I thought it was a good movie. I mean, it's a nice presentation. Oh yeah, what I was saying about The Office is the guy that played Stanley is in this thing as kind of the school superintendent for Ridgeway, which is like this juvenile technical school or whatever the fuck, mechanical school for guys, young men, to learn how to work with welding and so forth. And so Greg teaches them how to weld. Anyway, it's a good movie. I mean, I did see it, no offense to this particular theater, okay? But this theater is not the best in town, or the auditorium I was in exactly wasn't the best. You know, it wasn't the best sound, it wasn't the best picture. On perhaps a better screen, the shots of the actual Grand Canyon might have even been more impressive and enjoyable, but hey, that's what happens. I did not see this movie when I had the opportunity, and looking through the calendar of films coming up, it looks like another big weekend of movies. This Challengers movie with these people, Zendaya and all these other assholes, that looks like the big movie of the weekend that's going to hog up all these screens, and everyone's going to go off to see it. So this movie could have gotten left behind. It might have, you know, it was not the most heavily pushed movie going into this week or even last week, and so I figured, well, if I don't see it tonight, I may not see it, because you know me, I don't like watching movies at home. I know that other assholes do. They'll perfectly fine watching a movie on a 32-inch screen or a 65-inch screen. Oh, it's just as good at home. I don't believe that way. I like my films on the actual big screen, in an actual auditorium, in an actual movie theater. That's just how I live. So I'm glad I saw this one. And now I might make a point. I might make this a late night doubleheader. I mean, credit to this theater. They do have these late night screenings. It's only a Thursday, and they have a 10:15 Nicolas Cage film, which I think I'm going to go see. And you might be thinking, well, gee whiz, Mike, how do you afford all these movie tickets? Well, as I've told you folks many a time, I have the subscription. I have the monthly payment. I pay. In fact, at this theater, Regal Cinemas, I took advantage of some mighty big Halloween sale. Yes, you don't hear that often, but a Halloween sale. I believe it was only $160 for the whole year of unlimited movies. Now, of course, there's a little bit of a hitch in the ass. Every once in a while, if it's on the XD or 3D or some such thing, they give you a little surcharge. And I do get nailed with the 54-cent convenience charge every time I go, but I'm okay with that. I've learned to accept that as part of the fun. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting my money's worth. This is kind of my third string theater, to be quite honest. No offense to it. I did see the UFC 300 here, of which you could see my my controversial take on what's his dick, Max and Justin Gaethje. I had a very controversial take on that with the illegal eye pokes. I pointed out that no one else had the fucking balls to. Over on One Pro Wrestling and Sports Fan, much divisiveness in the comments section. People are very angry. Some people supporting me. Some people divisive. Over on this channel, Mike Messier, is where you have my life rants and my movie reviews. I believe tomorrow morning there'll be a very exciting and fascinating What's in the Temu Box number 3 video that will be released into this wide world of fun. Also, I saw Abigail, the horror film, which I did a nice review, and something else recently. So that's it, folks. So, oh yeah, Boy Kills World, I was not the biggest fan of, so whatever the fuck. I guess over on One Pro Wrestling and Sports Fan YouTube channel, there's been some demand for me to watch or review this Tony Khan situation. I guess I'll do such a thing. Me and my buddy there from Staten Island, Jimmy Faluca, are overdue to do our Bray Wyatt review. There'll be more things coming. If you go to MikeMessier.com, scroll to the bottom, you can purchase one of my wonderful books. You can go to all my links on social media. Some people are saying, well, gee whiz, Mike, you're so critical of these films. Where's your films? Well, assholes, you go to One Man in a Camera Films YouTube channel. Watch Blood Sugar Sedase. Watch Disregard the Vampire Mike Messier documentary. You see all my wonderful films for free, okay? So I don't know what else I can do for you people. I do so goddamned much. That's it. So I give this one a nice 3 1/4 stars.